Alcoholism does more than affect our families, our jobs, and our social life. It affects everything, including our health. This is the Speakeasy Philosophy Podcast with Silent E, a podcast for the alcoholic looking for information, for guidance, and solutions. Your host is dedicated to helping you move beyond your addiction, finding your way back to health of mind, body, and spirit. Relax and listen. Here's your host, Silent E.
I'm excited about seeing a day I never saw before. I'm excited about meeting people I never met before. And I'm excited about learning things I never knew before. I am your host, Silent E, and I'm excited. I created this podcast to enlighten those that want to be enlightened, to encourage those that want to be encouraged, and to give hope to the hopeless, and to ensure those that are struggling with an addiction you're not alone. To supplement my income, I drive Lyft and Uber on the weekend. This night in question, I go out to a residential neighborhood to pick up this fare. While pulling up to the house, I noticed the garage door open and a man standing in the middle of the garage. He was not an elderly gentleman, but he was older than me, frantically waving his hand, assuring me that I was at the right address. With the biggest smile on his face, he stumbled out to the vehicle and thanked me for coming. His exact words still haunt me today. Thank you for coming. I didn't believe nobody would come. I have a gift for you. He reached through the driver's side window and placed a silver coin in my hand. He said, "Young man, this is 1 ounce of pure silver I'm giving you. You can have it if you please take me to the liquor store." When I tell you that this man was already 3 sheets to the wind, he was 3 sheets to the wind and was not accepting no as an answer. I put the coin on the dashboard and never gave it a second thought as I ushered him to the liquor store. Halfway to the liquor store, he said, "Young man, you don't mind if I run in and run out and you take me back home, do you?" I knew it was against the rules, but moved by compassion, I had no other choice but to honor his request. As a fellow alcoholic, we share kindling spirits, and I had to make sure he made it home safe. Needless to say, it was a long night, and like so many other mornings, when I finally woke up, I rehearsed the night before. Remembering the silver coin, I reached in my pocket and I pulled it out. I researched my coin on the internet, and lo and behold, eBay listed her 1 ounce pure silver, $40. With a smile on my face, I placed it back in my pocket and never gave it a second thought. Later on that evening, the Spirit fell on me like a ton of bricks and imparted a message in my spirit that I want to share with you today. The Spirit showed me that when the man stumbled out to my vehicle, all I saw was a drunk. And rightfully so, it takes one to know one. And when the man handed me one of his prized possessions, I cast it to the side because it was worthless to me. It had no value at all. It wasn't until the next day that I saw the value of this coin on eBay, that it meant something to me, and I added my value to it because eBay showed me how much it was worth. My God, I wish you could get this. This man gave me one of his prized possessions, but it didn't mean nothing to me until eBay showed me that it was worth something. In other words, it was worthless until I saw eBay take stock in it and put a value on it. Then and only then it meant something to me. The rest of that evening, I was caught up in the Spirit, and I really didn't understand the significance of that coin. I was wrestling within myself to make heads or tails of what the Spirit was trying to show me concerning this coin. When I tell you I was perplexed, when I tell you I was at my wits' end concerning this coin, 1 minute I'll understand it and grasp it, and the next minute it wouldn't make sense at all. The revelation of this coin was like quicksand. The more I struggled and wiggled to be free, the faster and deeper I sunk. It wasn't until I got to the end of myself that the Spirit came and showed me that God take the foolish things of this world to confine the wise. The Spirit showed me that the coin was the catalyst of the revelation and not the revelation itself. Immediately, I was transported back to that man's house. And the Spirit showed me when he extended his right hand and placed the coin inside my hand. That was just a token, a symbol of what he had to offer me. At first, I really didn't understand what the Spirit was trying to show me. I really didn't get it until it resonated in my spirit. In that moment of kindness, we birthed a friendship that was more valuable than silver itself. I don't have to tell you that I spent the rest of the day thinking about all the years that I wasted, all the years that the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the locust have eaten. All the years that I gave to alcoholism, and all the years I gave to addiction. In all those years, not once have I ever had a friendship that I valued as such. Not once have I ever had a friendship that I thought of that was more precious than silver or gold.
Yeah. I've had my share of addictions and battles to overcome, and everything happens for a reason, but I'm stronger now that I won. This is Speakeasy Philosophy. It's a journey to recovery for you and me.
It's really sad when you think about it. As addicts, the only true friendship we have is our addiction. The only thing we place value on is that next 8 ball, that next high, or the next bottle, and everything else is secondary. Please say not to yourself that I'm an addict and I have plenty of friends. I as well had plenty of friends. Hell, every bar I walked into was full of my friends. I loved them and they loved me. But I never had a friendship that I truly valued, or I never had a friendship that I placed value on. You can't miss this by yourself. You cannot miss this by yourself. In order for you to miss this, you'll have to pay somebody to help you miss this. If you truly valued your friendships, then a valuable friendship you would have. Let me explain it this way, because I really need you to get this. There's no misunderstanding in value. There's no manipulation in value. There's no lies in value. And there's no mistrust in value. The only thing you can value is that what you trust. Let me preach on myself for a little while. At the height of my addiction, there was no one that I trusted. There was no one that I valued enough to put stock in. There was no friendship worthy of me telling them the truth. How could I tell them the truth? Where would I start? The embarrassment, the humiliation, the day-to-day pain and suffering of being an addict in the midst of my addiction, and all the negativity that came with it was greater than any value that I can place on anyone. Now I feel like being heavy. When you empty, depleted, and broken, there's no value, or need I say investment, in friendship. In other words, what token do you have to foster such a relationship? I wish you could see this in the spirit. When I pulled up to his house, the fare was already paid. But once he put the silver coin in my hand, it became symbolic. Clearly, he was telling me, I paid them for the ride, but I'm entrusting you with my journey. Let me impart this into your spirit, man. The reason a lot of us will never move beyond our addiction because we have no one to trust, or we trust no one to help us on our journey to recovery. The reason why a lot of us will never move beyond our addiction because we never took the time to build healthy relationships with the ones that's trying to help us on our journey to recovery. The reason a lot of us never move beyond our addiction because we don't want to do the necessary work it takes to foster such a relationship. You really don't get it? You really don't understand it? That the silver coin was the catalyst of the revelation, but not the revelation itself? That when he placed the coin in my hand, that was just a token of his most valuable treasure. I didn't get it then, but I get it now. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. That his attitude behind the giving was his most valuable treasure. He had the attitude of gratitude that outshined the silver itself. I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that I'm talking about a drunkard, that I'm talking about an alcoholic, and even in his state of debauchery, he came offering a gift. Now, all you religious folks, take this back to your church. This man came just as he was and offered me a gift, a token of such. You ain't show up every week to the Lord's house and don't offer him a token of gratitude. Don't offer him a token of humility. Don't even offer him a token of contrition. And you call yourselves saints. The only thing you can do against the truth is agree with the truth and let the church say amen.
Thanks for listening. We are so glad you've connected with us today. We are not only here to encourage you, but to offer you resources and solutions. See our website, speakeasyphilosophy.com, for a coaching program designed to assist the alcoholic in their road to recovery. We would love to help. You can also find us on social media by searching the Speakeasy Philosophy Podcast. Check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, with love, speak easy to yourself.